it's Emma. I'm back again. So basically I started this video out and it was okay, and then I realized that my camera was shaking continuously, so I'm really sorry I've had to edit this in and take that out. So what I'm going to show you is how I made this at the beginning, so I don't want to miss anything out. So basically how I've made this is I've got two tags that are two tags together. So you start off with these two tags that are attached, and then you got another, and the other one that's attached. You put them together side by side, and then you get a third two tags that are together. So the third one of this half, and then you put it on top in the middle once they're together. I hope you can understand that. So basically you've got two tags here that are attached here, two tags here that are attached here, then the third one, two tags here that are overlay these two tags here that are attached here. I'm hoping that you can understand that. And I know that they're going to buckle, I get that, but right. Right, so that can go there. Sorry, I'm just trying to find places for my sprays, for my sprayed paper. I don't know what's happened to me like over the last hour or so. For some reason, as soon as I put on the video record button, I turn into a robot that doesn't seem to know how to articulate themselves. I don't know what's going on. Act normal, Emma, for God's sake. It's just a camera. Such bad. Honestly, my confidence I really need working on. I need to work on it. I need to buy a self-help book. Right, next one. Right, okay, I need vintage photo in spray already. Well, that was quick. I haven't had it long. I've had it, honestly, no more than 6 months. And it's gone. I didn't put water in it in that time. So it would have finished ages ago. Turn over quickly before it buckles too much one way. There we go. Oh, I don't really want to stick that there, so I'm going to put that on there. Anyway, how are you all? I hope you're all good. I hope you're all healthy and well. As you all know, I'm not. But it is what it is. You've just got to get on with it. Can't let it define you. Oh, that line might define me though. Look at that. Right through it. Right, so I've got to wait for them to dry. So I'm just going to go around the edges and yeah, I could do all this. I'll do one quickly. I won't do them all on camera. I don't know how much footage I'm going to have, so right, this is really bendy still a bit wet. What I'm doing though is I'm going around with ink with vintage photo. See what I mean with my words, for goodness sake. I'm going around with Vintage Photo, and then I'm going to do Ground Espresso at the end, and I'm going to just rub that on around the edges. And I'm going to do all of this, but I won't do them all on camera because I'll bore you to tears. Right, we've got anything to talk about? Not much. Still waiting for my appointment. I'm not looking forward to it, to be honest. I don't know whether I've said, but I walk my dog with the lead around my waist because I'm on crutches because of my legs. But my legs are so bad that I shouldn't be walking her, but I don't want to lose her. So I'll do anything for her, but it hurts. It is absolutely painful. But apart from that, everything's fine. Things are going well. Yeah, things are on the up. So that's basically me trying to be a bit more positive, trying to change a little bit, but it just doesn't happen overnight, you know. Pain is pain, and pain destroys lives. And it's hard because most of my illnesses are pain, around pain. And that's what the problem is with me. Yeah, I've just got to deal with it, suck it up and deal with it. Right, so now I'm going to do the Ground Espresso around the edges. So what I'm going to do is run the paper. It's not on the pad properly, I don't think. Oh, there we go. Is it showing up? I'm not sure it's showing up. It is showing up. It's just a small detail, but we all know that art is within the details. Art is about detail. So a picture isn't a picture without detail. And then down there, and all the way down there. Right, so that's this one done. I'm going to do the rest off camera because I don't want to bore you to tears. Okay. So I've gone over these with loads of different inks. At first I started off with Vintage Photo, and then I moved to Ground Espresso, and then I moved to Vintage Photo ink instead of the oxide, and tried to get like all around the edges and tried to make it look as real as possible. There's some finger marks on some. I'll get the teacup stain rubber stamp. Oh, sorry, but my words just completely escaped me then. Every time, only human. So yeah, so that's where I am now. I don't know whether to decorate them before gluing them or glue them, so I know where everything is. And I think it'd probably be better if I glue them. I'm going to glue them. I might regret the decision later. I might not. Right, where's the other one of this gone? There it is. Found it. Right, so I'm going to glue it. It's going to have to be really precise. So I'm getting my trusty super glue out again. Yes, she can take the lid off, she says. Oh, right. Before I start this, I'm going to have a cappuccino, I think. Alright, I will get back to you. I've literally just had a cup of cappuccino, like a cappuccino, and as you can see, I can't get my words out right, and that was bad enough before. I actually feel high on this coffee, like literally my head is zooming all over the place, and now I've got to calm myself down so I can make stuff. So yeah, that's where I am right at the minute. Hello, it's me, Emma. I'm back again. So basically I've been making tags and it's day 2. So I've decided to go with the medium of Faber-Castell gelatos. Just let me try and get these out of the packet. I decided to go with them because I'm hoping to try and get like a metallic payoff, if you will. So basically I want to get is it pewter? It's not pewter, completely wrong. Patina. So I want to see if I can rub this on. Quite a versatile medium. You can do pretty much anything with them. The payoff isn't brilliant. Oh, the green's better. So I want salvaged patina. I want a bit of rust then if I want salvaged patina, but I've only got, oh hang on, this one might do it. This one might do it. There we go. Yeah, that works better. Go over the silver. This is all raised. This is going to be my background for some of my tags. I'm not sure I'm going to use all of it for my tags because I'm going to need to swap and change it because I want to use some mediums as well, like distress mediums, gloss and that. So yeah, I like this colour. I wish it was a bit more ginger, a bit more orangey. Let's put this in the middle. There we go. So I don't know whether to water this down or whether it just looks good like this. Not really sure. Yep. I do like this colour. It's just a little bit too light. But I don't think I'm going to get much better. Oh, I've lost the lid. There we go. I've got a song in my head and it's properly stuck, you know, when it just won't stop going round and round and round. And I really want to sing it, but I get monetized for it, so I can't. It's not monetized, is it? That's not the right word. I don't know what the right word is. I don't want to get in trouble for copyright. This is quite simple, quite fast. Get quite a quick payoff from it. Let me try. I don't think the gold would work. What colour is this? Should we try this colour? No, that colour doesn't work. Too dark. Too dark. Right, put all that around like that and around like that. Nearly there. Oh my god. So I've realised that the white in this is just too white and it's not going to go with the rest of the tags. So I'm going to take this out. I'm just going to say, right, we all make mistakes. I'm going to leave it in. I'm now going to get a piece of card. I'm going to colour it in with Vintage Photo. And then I'm going to emboss it again. And then I'll come back to you. So I'm just colouring this in brown. Vintage Photo, that is. And I'm using my Clarity stamp brushes. Now, I brought these Clarity stamp brushes, how long ago? About 7 years ago. and they've never steered me wrong. I love them to pieces. Now the problem with them is they cost £50 for 5 brushes, and it's a lot of money for someone to just go, right, I'm going to buy 5 brushes for £50. But it's their effect that they give that I love, because it makes things look old just with a touch of a brush. Like, literally, how good does this page look? You know, so I think it does a really good job. I love it to pieces. I love all my brushes, and I think they were a good purchase. But like I said, they cost me £50. I don't know whether you can still get them today, to be honest. I've never seen them been sold since, but you can have a look. They're brilliant for stencils. Absolutely brilliant for stencils. And I keep repeating myself again. I've got to stop that. Yeah. So you can see it does a good job. I've nearly done that anyway. Right, so I'm back. I've also just realised, oh, 1 second. I've also just realised that I didn't say that you could use Distress, no, not Distress, are they? They're Tim Holtz's crayons. You could use those. You can use other sticks, pigment sticks. I mean, they're all the same, pigment sticks. So I've got both. I've got Tim Holtz and these, but I want to get some use out of these. I haven't used them properly, so that's why I'm using them today. Right, so now I'm just gonna rub this over. Now I've aged the paper, because I use a lot of card in mine, and then I cover it with vintage stuff just to make it more, you know, sturdy, so it looks old but stands the test of time. Here we go. I'm trying to go for like rusty, because I'm going to put another colour over this. Rusted patina, like I said earlier, before I mess the piece of paper up. But we all make mistakes. I hope you didn't get too far before having to go back. But yeah, it can be annoying when people do that. So I'm sorry about that, if you have copied what I've done. I've got 2 different folders on this one. I've got this one here that seems to be the same height, but this one here, which is a very small one by Tim Holtz, and it goes, it's higher and lower. It's not all the same height where it's embossed, which I really like. Oh. Right. I think I need to do more of that actually. And then down here in the corners. And then here in the corner over here. Right. I can come back to you. You don't need to see me colour all that in. Right, that's for later. This here is for later. I'm now going to put this together. Right. So I've got 6 join tags. 2 tags joined together, like I've already said. Another 2 tags joined together, side by side. Then another 2 tags on top of the middle ones, like that. So I'm hoping that I've actually explained that properly, so you don't mess up. I've now got to find my super glue, which I did have and I now can't find. goodness sake. Alright, got it. Let's move that over there. 1 second. There we go. That should stop rocking now. Sorry about that. Right. So I need glue all around the outside. Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, all around the outsides and not the top. Because the top is where you can put tags in, the other tags. See what I'm doing? You can see what I'm doing. Enough glue to glue it all together. It's really bad. I love the smell of glue. It's really bad for me, but try not to breathe it in, but I love the smell of the stuff. It's like diesel. I love the smell of diesel as well. Right. Put these together so they're perfect. Right. Oh. And then we put that down like that. And then I think I'm going to have to wait until this is dry before I can move it around. This needs to go here. There we go. Right, I'm going to have to wait. Right, so let's just come back. I've been waiting a few hours to see if anything would quieten down, but unfortunately I live in a flat, so not everything's going to be quiet all the time. I've just got a video record and just hope that you can't hear it that badly in the background. So basically I've done, so I went to go and fold my tags after I'd glued this bit, the inner two tags onto these two tags. But when I went to close it like this, it wouldn't close. So I've had to take a little bit off of each side here. Now it doesn't look brilliant, but it's better because it actually functions. Before this was like that, like completely, it wouldn't close at all. Wide open, so I couldn't work on it. So now I'm going to do a stencil, and the stencil is by Stamperia Mixed Media Art Media Stencil CM30x30. It's actually called something. Media Stencil C. It just says centimeter. It doesn't say thickness, gross. It doesn't say the name of the actual stencil. I'm sorry, guys. It doesn't say what name it is. Does it say on the back? Let's have a look. Oh, I don't think it does. It doesn't at all. No. Oh, I'm sorry about that. It's got a KST DG08 at the back. That's the only name or number I can find on this. But it's Stamperia. So I'm just going to take this out. And stick this on here. And then I'm going to spray this. 1 second, I've got my sprays. So I'm not using sprays, I'm going to be using stamp pads instead. I'm going to be using Seedless Preserves Distress Oxide and Distress Oxide Peacock Feathers. So I'm going to use one side of the brush with the peacock feathers, the other side of the brush with Seedless Preserves. And I cannot say that word. Seedless Preserves. Preserves. Right, with my Clarity stamp brush. and get some of this on here like this. This is going to be my front cover. I absolutely love these brushes. Best buy I've ever had. They're definitely worth the money. Oh, what's going on the other side of the brush? And there we go. Right, now I can turn the brush around and do the other side. And then we do that. Get a bit more. And then do the bottom. There we go. And then let's take that off. Oh, isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? Right, sticking with the front cover, I have got these and these. So I think, yeah, I think I've got some buttons somewhere. Oh, that looks really pretty. And one of these. Oh. And now I need a third one. And I think I'm going to use this small one. So there's 3 of those. I've got to hunt down stuff. Oh. I've got to hunt down stuff for the middle. I can't just use that. Maybe a butterfly or 2. Maybe a butterfly underneath or to the side there. I've got to stick all those. I've got to get all those little pieces out of the butterfly. Yeah. Maybe a doily or 2. I might need to make a doily. 1 second. Right, so I've picked what I want to put on. I've got to pick all these pieces out. 1 second. Right, so now I'm covering the butterfly with spun sugar from Distress Oxide, Tim Holtz. Gonna let that dry over there. I'm going to glue these down with super glue because these will not glue down with normal glue. Things like this never do. I'm going to have it that way round instead of that way round. Or is it that way round? It's that way round better. Alright. And then we glue as much as possible. Put as much glue down as possible. And that's going to stick on there like that. Now I don't know how I'm going to get this to stick. This looks almost impossible to stick down. That's this I'm talking about. Right. I don't know how I'm going to get this to glue down. Oh, I've got something stuck. So I'm literally going to put glue on every last bit of it. Just to get it to glue. Right, now that can go there. See, it's not gonna stay down, so I'm gonna have to, I think I'm gonna have to have a, I need something heavy to go on this for a bit. So I'm going to have to pause it. Right, so there are now and again, and I'm probably having to do this a lot more than other people that are on YouTube. I'm having to pause it a lot of the time to reposition myself because I get in pain a lot. So I'm having to, you know, pause, then move from my right leg to my left leg, my right arm to my left arm, and you know, just to move about because I'm just having to like equalize the pain. Right, so I do apologize if it's winding you up or annoying you in any way, but I've got no other way around it. So I put these on, so now I'm going to put my butterfly on. I'm also going to put this on with super glue because this has got a precise nib and this needs precision. I said a lot of my words wrong today. I went very quiet then, didn't I? Trying to get in the right areas. There we go. Alright, so this is going here. Oh, let's put that there. Right, now I'm going to put this black bit down. Or is it purple or is it blue? I'm not really sure. I think it might be dark blue. Right, so put some glue down there like that. And now I'm going to put this in the middle here. I'm not sure whether this would look better down there. Nope. This doesn't want to stay. So I'm going to put a bit more glue down here. There we go. Now I'm going to put this down here. I'm going to just stick with the super glue because it's got a precise nib. There goes my neighbour's dog. Not sure whether you can hear that, but if I can hear it, you can probably hear it. In fact, so I'm going to carry on gluing these bits on. It took a while for that to dry, and now this is dried on here. Right, so, oh, getting stuck to the pieces of paper. I'm still using super glue because I know it works. I think I'm getting a sore throat. Right. Where was I going to put this? I think I'm going to put it over here. No, here, no, here, here. And then I'm going to put the blue one in the other corner. Up here. I'm going to put it there. Right. Now I'm going to put, hang on a minute. I am going to put an eyelet in here and make a dangle. I'm hoping I can make a dangle. I've got to find the light bulb pins. So I've got some things out to put on the front of this, and I think I'm going to use these keys, these eyelets and this wire so I can make a dangle. I'm also going to glue this on as well. So I'm going to glue this on first. It's quite slippy though, so this is not going to be easy. It's not very tactile. So I'm going to glue this. Put loads of glue on it so it doesn't come off. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm like with glue by now. Right. Oh. That can go there. Now I need to get the small ones out of here. Sorry about that. Right. So I need to make a hole. Oh no, I'm doing these first, aren't I? Right. There's one. So it's going to look old but new. Oh, I just wanted some diamonds on it. You can have diamonds on things that are from the, you know, old days. I'm sure you can. I'll put 3 on because 3 is a perfect number. Right. Now I'm going to... Right. If I remember rightly, this has got a tag in it. So... I have got to somehow... No, that won't work. So I'm just going to try and put a hole in this. It's not going to be easy. So I've just got to... There's a hole there that I'm going to put a ribbon in that. Right, let's try and get this in here. There we go. That's there. And I don't know how I'm going to get this in here. There we go, I've done it. I didn't think I was going to be able to do that. Right, so now I can put that like that, that like that. And now I'm going to get some wire. Cut the wire. And put the wire through here. And then put that like that. And then I'm going to cut it so it's the size of the tag. And now I'm going to use the keys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to twist this around. And then I'm going to put the key at the end. So this is just wire thread basically. It's wire, but it's really like thin. Right, let me open this. I'm not sure what key to go for. I think it's going to have to be this one. And then, so I'm going to put that there. And then twist again. And make sure it's twisted properly. And then I can have that hanging. I'm hoping that the tag goes in there still. It should do. Right, that's that done. So then that's like that. That's the front cover so far. Oh, and then I've got to put the ribbon that I found that I thought goes really well with this colour here. And then open this up. I'm going to have to do it at the front of these so I don't end up tying these together. Just like when you've done this, you had to make sure you've done it inside. So I've done it on the inside, like that. I hope you can understand that. So basically, because you've got room for a tag in each one of these, you need to make sure that you put the eyelet in the front one and not the front and the back one, because otherwise you're putting them both together and you won't be able to get a tag in there. So just like that, I'm going to have to make sure the ribbon goes at the front one and the front one, so you're not tying both the tags together, if that makes sense. So, and then there, and then there, and then there. So there's 4 of these. So tie the first one. One, 2. Now I'm going to come back. You don't need to see me tie all them together. Right, I'm back again. Right, that was... So basically, I'm going to finish there as part 1 because I've done a lot of work. And then I'll do the insides for part 2. And I've got to do the tags that also go in here. So one tag goes here, if I can get it to fit. I should fit. There we go. If it doesn't, then I will have to cut it down even more into manageable tags. I don't think they're going to fit. They should fit because they've been... I don't think they're going to fit, so I'm going to have to do the tag lower down. Yeah, I'm going to have to do the tag lower down. The next one down is too big. Alright, I can go over there for now. Right, anyway, thank you for watching.